Hey, I'm Christina from Alpha 91.3, and I'm very happy to be talking to a young talent, but also, very, very, she's just so sweet, but also raw in the lyrics, but also close and also real. It feels like you're listening or talking to a friend, and she's Baker Grace. How are you?
I'm good. Thank you so much for having me. I'm so happy to be here.
I'm happy that you are here with us. Even the circumstances that we are all in quarantine, and it was your birthday a few days ago.
Yes,
Yeah, how was it like turning 20 in the middle of a quarantine?
luckily I was able to have people I love around me, so I had a good time. It is a weird time, but it's also brought me closer to a lot of people I care about, and I've gotten to learn a lot of things. So there's positives and negatives in everything.
I saw your Instagram post, Baker Grace, and it was just so amazing to see that you're young. I mean, you're 20, but you're so mature. We can see that in your music. We can see that in everything you share in your social media. But going back to your past, like when you were younger, which was the best birthday present you can recall?
Um, I can't remember. I can't remember from when I was younger. But the best present that I ever got was somebody I care about. They got me a present where, well, they got me a really pretty necklace, but they also bought presents for all of these kids in Mexico. Sorry, not Mexico, in Colombia,
Uh-huh.
in an orphanage, because his family lived there, and so I got to see pictures of like all these kids getting presents they never got before, and that really touched me. That was like the most amazing thing somebody could have done for my birthday, so I was really happy.
Do you remember like how old were you?
It wasn't too long ago, like about a year ago, but when I was younger, I think I just loved getting toy dolls and like, I don't
I
know.
thought I thought that maybe you were gonna say something about music because of your dad. That maybe he gave you an instrument, a guitar. I don't know.
Yeah, luckily my dad loved music, so I always just had instruments lying around in my house. So I didn't really have to ask for them. They were just always there. So it was,
And now that we are talking about gifts and your father, you gave him and all the fathers around the world like the best birthday. Well, not birthday, the best Father's Day present that is pops. It's just so amazing. Baker Grace, I saw the YouTube video, the introduction. Oh
yeah.
my God, it gave me the goosebumps. It was just like a really nice letter to someone you really love. But you can, I mean, everyone, I mean, I don't know your dad, your relationship with him, but I can feel related to my dad too with your honest words. And so, how you came up with this song, how long did it take for you to write it? And who was the first person you show it when it was ready to be released?
So I actually wrote it in a day. Yeah, I walked into the session, and I didn't know what to write about going in. But I was in LA with my dad for a long time, just me and him, and I was just thinking about how much he's helped me grow and how much he's shaped me as a person and all the things that he's given me. And I know that I'm growing up, and it scares him that I'm not going to need him anymore. I'm not going to be his little girl anymore. And I wanted to give him something to show him that I'm always going to need him, and I'm always going to love him just as much as I did when I was little. And no matter where I go, like, I'm always going to take what he gave me with me.
And you can refer. Yeah, yeah,
He,
yeah. Sorry, you were gonna say something.
he was the first person to hear it too. He said it made him cry.
I mean, you were what, in your living room, in a car, in the studio? Where did you play that song to him?
I sent it to him
Uh-huh.
because I knew he was going to be embarrassed listening to it with me in the car. So I sent it to him before, and then he just played it over and over and over again when I got in the car after the session because he picked me up. But I cried writing it too. It makes me very emotional every time I listen to it or sing it.
It's a sweet song. and honestly, as I told you, it feels, you can feel, everyone in the world can feel related to that pride and love and caring and that fear of maybe growing older, but it's just how life goes. So about this beautiful writing process, always the writing come first. I mean, it's always the writing first and then the music, or how is your writing process?
So I write all the time. I like to write poems all the time, and my notes on my phone is just lyrics and poems. So by the time I get into the session, I ask the producer, I say, can you play something on the guitar? Can you play something on the piano? And then I kind of, look through my poems, look through little lyrics, and whatever inspires me in the music to create a melody and a song. So I kind of do them both at the same time, but I always have inspiration before I walk in to the room to record the song.
Okay, great. And about, I know that you're also like almost ready, or is it ready? Yours truly, is it ready?
Yes, it's ready. um,
Okay.
yeah, so Yours Truly, which is 8 songs, and the first songs were Bottle of Wine, Pops, and the next song called Up All Night, which is coming out on July 1st, and then the
Uh-huh.
full EP is coming out on August 28th.
Yeah, you're gonna drop that on August 20, yours truly. But I want to know. I mean, we've heard just 2 songs, 3 songs. It's Bottle of Wine, Pops,
Yes, that's it so far. The next one is
so
coming.
far on July 1st, Apple Night. Yeah. And when you were on studio, Baker Grace, tell me, like, which was the most challenging thing you've experienced? I mean, like the writing, or going in the studio, or maybe getting the vocals, or getting the thumbs up. To you, which was the most challenging moment you can recall?
I think the most challenging thing about when you're writing an album, because this album is so personal to me, and there was a lot of things I wanted to say, and sometimes I would go to write a song about something I was feeling or something I was thinking about, and I couldn't write it, and I didn't know why, and I would get stuck. And I realized it was because, like, I hadn't fully understood how I was feeling, or I hadn't fully understood the situation enough to write a song about it yet.
Mhm.
So sometimes I think you have to give yourself the patience to, live a little more, figure out the situations, figure out your feelings, and then the songs will come more easily. I think the times when I got into the most trouble were when I was trying to force something that wasn't ready to come out of me yet, because I really wanted to understand it, but I didn't yet. So I learned a lot of good lessons while I was writing this EP for sure.
And about this, as you say, 1 year of making this EP, you told me about the learning things, but in the music specifics, like, to me, it was such a huge surprise, and it was so good that I can see the difference between when you wrote "Day I Die" and, for example, "Bottle of Wine" is so different music in the music, like kind of genre or vibes. So, what new things you tried that you've never tried before?
I tried to use more beats that I loved, because and I grew up listening to more hip hop music, and I also grew up listening to a lot of reggaeton and bachata, because I grew up in a neighborhood with a lot of people from Latin America. But I always thought, because of what people thought I was going to be or expected of me, that I couldn't explore those genres because it wouldn't be accepted. But I kind of took this EP as an opportunity to be like, I'm going to do what I want to do. This is how I grew up. This is what I grew up listening to. This is what I love. I'm just going to go for it, and I'm going to explore hip hop, and I'm going to explore reggaeton, and I'm going to make it me. I'm going to make it genuine. And as long as it's genuine, that's all I care about. So it was really fun.
Yeah, and I mean, also, like, as you say, we can dance with "Bottle of Wine" and also feel like this heartwarming thing to sing to our dads with Pops. But then you get all this love when we listen to the collaboration with Charlie Roth, "Soñar Contigo." Oh my God, it's so good. How is it to you? Like, how you worked? You just send your voice, or you met him like in a Zoom conference? And how was it to you to sing in Spanish? A little in Spanish.
Yeah. So he sent me the song and I loved it. So I immediately wanted to meet him, see how I can put my spin on the song. And yeah, I just sent over the vocals and there it was. And I was really excited to sing in Spanish because I love the language and I love, there's this romantic feeling you get from Spanish music that I don't get from any other kind of music. It just makes my heart, like, I don't know, it gives me butterflies, the beat and the lyrics and everything. So I was so happy to be a part of that. So I hope to continue to, sing in Spanish and learn more about the language and, even write my own song in Spanish, because I think it allows you to create something different and expand. And I think that's always important, to challenge yourself.
I love the way you see things, because as you see the Spanish and the Latin thing, you grew up with these genres and you love the language, but also you respect. I think it's something that we can see as you, as a person like Baker Grace, that you respect Latin cultures and all cultures. And I saw your Instagram post about Black Lives Matter and everything. So I know you love to write poems. So this is like a difficult question, because I want to know if poetry, your poetry, could or music or words could erase or fix a bad prejudice in the world, what would it be?
When I was looking through this book that I wrote when I was a little kid, and it asked me, like, if a genie gave you 3 wishes, what would the 3 wishes be? I think I was about 5 years old. My first wish was that nobody would be hungry, everybody would have food, and everybody would have money. And my second wish was that everybody would be treated equal. And my third wish was for 3 more wishes. I think I think that speaks to who I am as a person, even from a young age. I just never understood why we people aren't treated equally. I never understood why. I believe it's a human right to have access to healthcare, have access to education and food, because those are the things that nourish you. Those are the things that allow you to grow. And I think, this world has more than enough for everybody. And it's ridiculous, especially in America, that children, they grow up hungry and afraid to go to the doctor and afraid to go to school. I mean, it's really a shame, and I wish my words could erase all of it. In my dreams, my words have erased all of it. But I can only speak from what I know. There's a lot that I don't know. There's a lot I have to learn. And I'm just going to do whatever I can when the opportunity is presented, and create more opportunities to help create a better and more equal world, in the ways that I can do best, and hope it makes a difference.
Well, we love to play this young and mature Baker Grace here in Alpha 91.3, because we can see and feel that in this universal language that is your music. We can dance, we can feel all kinds of moods. So thank you very much. And I want to remind you something that you'll never forget, because it was such few beautiful words from you to yourself. But I want to remind it to you, like in your Instagram post and your birthday post, you finish with the line, "So I can continue to create a reality that reflects the compassion, love, and acceptance that persist within myself." So please keep doing that kind of music, that kind of message. Please keep making us dance. And whenever this quarantine thing is over, we want to have you here in Mexico and in Alpha 91.3, also in our radio station. Thank you very much for your time, for your truth, and thank you for being here.
Thank you so much for having me. I would love to come to Mexico as soon as possible and meet you in person. And I wish you the best in these crazy times.
Yeah, you too. Please take care of yourself and you and your family. And thank you very much for your time once again. And we hope to listen to July 1st, Apple Night, and
Yes.
also August 28th or 20.
August 28th
Yeah.
is the release of Yourz Truly, and there'll be a live concert too for everybody to see. So I hope to see you all there.
Thank you. A final message to your Mexican fans?
I would just say that I really appreciate that you can feel my music, even though you can't always understand what I'm saying. And I hope that as you continue to understand my music and I give you more music to dance to sing to, that I can continue to grow my Spanish and learn more about your culture and give you guys more of what you want and what you can understand too. And I hope our relationship can grow and I can perform for you guys and see you in person too as well.
For sure, for sure. Thank you. So we'll keep asking for Baker Grace here in Alpha 91.3. Hope to have you here after the quarantine thing is over. Thank you very much and see you.
Thank you.
Bye
Bye.
bye.